Yes, welcome back. I was just listening to Dr. Gundry's eye opener. And I'll just bring this up. Okay, now, what you're seeing is the divisions. We measure time, it's 1 o'clock. And that's it. It's just 1 point. Nature measures time in a space. Around, it generally goes around, if you consider the night and the day, considering the night and the day equal, then it's 48 minutes, exactly. 48 minutes at night, each one of these divisions, and 48 minutes in the daytime. So this here is that time where day and night is equal. The equinox, I think it's called. Okay, now, what I wanted to bring up today is an incredible point that this is your bodily clock. You can't avoid this bodily clock. There are certain places where sleep is part of human nature, where wakefulness is part of human nature. So, let's just take the example of sleep. Let's go from sleeping to waking. So what is the best time a human should get up? I hope you can read it. That's the Muhurta called Surya. Now, what is the Muhurta called Surya doing as the third to the last Muhurta of the night? That's more than 2 hours before the sun rises. Here's the sun rising. Okay? What is it doing down here? If our planet was round, then how is the sun having an effect on me when I got the block of a whole planet? The whole planet is blocking the influence of Surya. But if, perhaps, maybe we've been told a lie, which we certainly have, and it's a flat surface, then of course Surya could have influence on me, what you call 24 hours, 7 days, and 365 days a year. All the time, in other words. All of its influences. Not just sight, but here's an energy of the sun, wind. It changes the wind. Well, what occurs when changing the wind? The wind is changed because the wind of sleeping has now changed to the wind of waking. The wind of sleeping, or the air of sleeping. It can be measured. If you wake up, after sunrise, you have absorbed wind that you were supposed to be using for doing work. And that actually can make your body feel like bloated. It's the wrong wind. You shouldn't be absorbing that wind. You should be in a wakeful state. So, okay, now that we know that Surya is here, waking us up by changing the wind, this is a certain period of the day. If that was true, there should be some change within, metabolical change in this body of mine, right? There should be some medical change in this body. Well, there is. Melatonin, which is classified as like the sleep hormone, changes to serotonin. Now, 90% of the people say that melatonin is changed to serotonin just by looking at the beautiful blue sky in the day, or, being in the sun. That's the best way to change melatonin to serotonin. Serotonin is going to give you energy for working. Where the sugar is available and the proteins are more available. So you're going to work. Well, they just found out, or Dr. Gundry just revealed it. He says that cortisol influences our cognitive state or cognitive functions, and mainly just by supplying sugar. And where does it do that? Right there. This is a physical, bodily change. Wake up, wake up. Right at that moment, you should wake up. If this is ignored, so much is hidden from us. Because this is our nature, to wake up. Our nature to wake up. This is our nature to wake up. And before what is called the Brahma Muhurta, the Brahma Muhurta you don't work, physical. More just like a mental work. Because your brain has been cleaning. So the first thing should be some mental work. And then when the actual sun rises, then you can start your day. So, again, melatonin, the sleep factor, changes into serotonin, the work or the waking hormone. And cortisol is increased. And cortisol influences your cognitive function. Cognitive means your awareness. Your awareness of where you are, who you are, and what you should do. So if you ignore this, which the percentage is too much. If you ignore this, your cognitive awareness of who you are, where you are, and what you should do will be reduced. There is no doubt about it. So for me, I found this very, very interesting. So, and this also points out, the sun is the greatest influence on changing the melatonin to serotonin. And here it is. The sun is with us. You may not see the sun shine, but the wind has changed. The air has changed due to the influence of the sun. And that has given me a awakening. I hope this was a little bit. I mean, I could go into the whole thing and the different divisions and when you should sleep and when you shouldn't sleep. If you sleep right there, that's around 10 o'clock until midnight. That sleep is deep sleep. It gives you enough energy to go dance in the Ross dance the whole night. That right there is your best time sleeping. not watching anything, just totally sleeping. That's around, I would say, maybe 9:30 or so until 12 o'clock. This is midnight time. And if you were to wake up at that time, midnight, you'd feel enlivened. It's difficult to stay up until sunrise, but if there's some good reason for it, then you would stay up. You know, this may be the division of the Ras Leela so much. That's a long time. That's from the Muhurta of 23 all the way to the Muhurta of 30. That's, 7 Muhurtas, 7 times 48 minutes. So that's quite a long time. So it isn't all spent in giving great energy. Maybe the first part is spent in giving great energy to some dancing or something like that. But a lot of it is just resting. Resting and not wanting to stop that resting. Now, you don't want to stop that kind of resting. And then back to work. And just to go really, a little bit further, these 2 Muhurtas after sunrise, there's 2 Muhurtas after sunrise, it's better that you rest a little bit, especially if you've gone through this time. If you've gone through this time, you should rest during this time. And then, of course, there's a very auspicious time. You could say it's auspicious for doing your best work or whatever, but it's a good time for herding cows too. Yeah, so this is a very good time, auspicious time. That's about only 4 Muhurtas. This down here is almost 8 Muhurtas in total. This is only about 4 Muhurtas in total up here. Yeah. Let's see. I'll count them out. 5 to 10. Okay, 5 Muhurtas. Yeah. From the 5th Muhurta all the way to the 10th Muhurta. That's a good time for working. And then, after that, you shouldn't do any strenuous work. You can do work, but you shouldn't do any strenuous work. And this is around 3:30 in the afternoon. You should take some rest. Yeah, some rest right here. Why? Again, the sun sends a wind. This is the afternoon wind of the sun. The afternoon wind of the sun is taking that energy away. You have this wind, then of course this type of wind increases. And now this type of wind, the first wind is decreasing, and that's the wind of working, and this is the wind of like calming down, resting, and everything. And of course you got sunset here. Yeah, so thank you very much. I was really enlivened to know that my cortisol, my sugar content, it's almost like a punch. Somebody shoots you with sugar, you're going to get up. And my body shoots me with sugar to get up. If you wake up and you don't have enough sugar, a lot of bad things can happen. You won't be able to function nicely. Like if you were to rest and then try to get up and the sugar is not available, very difficult. Sugar just helps you quickly change. It doesn't mean you eat sugar. There's sugar in so many things. This is not sugar that you buy in the store or something like that. No. This is not that. This is the sugar that inspires the proteins to change and things like that. Yeah, the other sugar is not usable in the same way. Okay, so we went through the whole thing. We went through the Surya wind, and then the wind increases, and then we went through the Surya wind, when that type of wind decreases all the way down. Follow your body. And also you should look up the Muhurtas. The Muhurtas are spaces. One Muhurta is 48 spaces. 48 minutes in a space. 48 minutes in a space. During the year, the length will change because of the sun being out. There's 15 Muhurtas in day. And there's 15 Muhurtas in the night. So your night may become less or more, or your day may become less or more. And according to that, the Muhurta, the length of the Muhurta, that's what's so beautiful. It's a length. It isn't, it's midday, 12, and that's it. It's midday. No, it's a space of time. And within that space of time, there's a function for the human being in the space of time. It's important to know them. Nobody has come up with a nice Muhurta clock. Everybody is following the Apple, clock. and right down to the second. Instead of having a space of time of different types of work. If I do heavy work at this time, I will be causing so much problems for my body because the air is different. And if I don't do work at this time, some type of work, then also I'll be causing trouble to my body. So the importance of the Muhurtas is can't be underestimated. Don't do that. Okay, thank you very much.